Connect that. First of all, welcome everybody. Thank you. Yeah, says it's coming on in now. Yes, we locked in. Okay. Yeah, thank everybody for coming in, checking in. Brother Art Broom, Brother Brian Jackson, Brother Shed, Brother Grady, Brother Alfonso Mays in the house. Man, look, guys, it is indeed a pleasure to be here on another Take It to the Top, Talk That Sports Thursday, the Mike and Amazing Show, and the group of experts.
Yes, sir. How you doing today, man?
Man, we doing good, bro. I can look. It's another blessed day. We just trying to make the most out of it.
Okay,
Hey, as we
great.
get ready to wrap this thing up, man, it's only a few more weeks left in 2024.
Yeah, just a couple more.
Yeah, yeah. You know,
Hmm.
I say, look, I'm still trying to get as much as I can out of it.
Yeah.
it ain't over till it's over. It's like I'm gonna milk it. Hey, look, I hope our Falcons trying to figure out how to because they oh my gosh. Anyway, man, it's gonna be tough, bro, to win this division and come out with a winning record. It's gonna be tough, but I looked at the schedule. It can be done. Like I said, back in when they played New Orleans, I said if they lose that Denver game, it was gonna be rough going. But
Mhm.
it's been rough going. But I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna predict this now. They might they gonna right the ship for a little while and give us some hope. Not saying they're gonna put it off, but they gonna play and you're gonna be like, where this team been?
Well, I truly hope so.
Yeah,
I would love to see them come out of that downfall they in.
yeah, bro. We're in a real downfall. But still, when we come out of it, it's we still gonna have some of the same problems gonna still be there, man. We
Yeah.
gotta fix some things. I don't know, and I know me and Mays we talked about this. Kirk Cousins, I know you paid him all this money, but I don't know if he's as man. He's a sitting duck back there. He doesn't, the defense sits back and they know, all they do is come at him.
Right.
He's not gonna move to the left. He's not gonna move to the
Move to the
right.
right.
He's just locked in.
Yeah, I was shocked when he took off the other night and ran for a couple.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I said, wow, he taking off.
yeah.
Yeah,
I know, man. It was like, what? And I'm sure the defense was surprised
yeah.
that's playing against him.
I'm like, wow, he
Yeah,
can get out of there if he wants
yeah.
Well,
Like
my question to you guys, all of you actually, Grady, are you on with us?
his audio still trying to connect for
Oh,
some
okay.
reason.
What do you think some of the better coaches would have done by now? What do you think Mike Tomlin would have done by now? What do you think Bill
to.
Belichick would have done after 4 games of this? These are the creme de la creme of coaches. And anybody else y'all want to think of? What do you think they would have done by now?
You mean at the quarterback position or just changes
Yeah, at the
overall?
quarterback position. 4 games.
It would take some looking into for
You
sure. I
lead you
mean, if
lead the league,
I would
lead
have,
the league in
I would have to
interceptions.
see what my other quarterback is doing for sure.
Yeah, obviously, we're not there to know how Penix is looking as far as for the coaches and understanding the game plan. But I know Art and I were talking. I think at one point, you guys were still kind of somewhat fighting for first place. I think, fighting for the division lead, they probably won't take a chance to switch out because
Mm-hmm.
Right.
right now with your record, in order to make it to the playoffs, you're going to probably have to win your division
Yeah,
because you're going to have too many other teams with better records taking those wild card spots. So it comes down to if their goal is to get into the playoffs, who's the guy that gives them the best chance to do that? Um, I mean, if Penix had been playing day one like the kid at Denver, then I can't think of his name, but
oh Knicks.
yeah, Bo Nix. If he had
Yeah,
had that much experience, then obviously it'd be a lot, easier choice. But coming in now, I think if I think if the Falcons get to where they missed the playoffs, I think they'll definitely make a switch then to get Penix in. But right now, since they're fighting, trying to get that division, they might be forced to ride out with Cousins.
Yeah. Yeah, I felt that way also because plus I think in any of these entities, whether it's the Falcons, the Rams, it doesn't matter. I mean, we don't get to see every day what these guys do in practice and how the coach is looking at things and how they running their schemes when they're all together as one. That makes a lot of difference also. So I'm pretty sure, when they look at this thing overall, like you just stated, being that we are close to the end, it's almost better to stay with where we're at. And until unless they got some special needs for later on for Penix, I don't know.
They should at least have a package for him to get him in the game or something, man. This guy's arm looked like a shot. He's making decisions like a rookie. Can't move up, back, left, right. I don't know.
Yeah.
But part of it, let's just face it. They don't want to do it because they don't want to have the egg in their face, man. They've invested all this money into Kirk Cousins, okay? And like we said before, if they make that change, it's like they showing the world, okay, we messed up. Now you got to answer all the blanks. You don't spend all this money, and now this is what I'm getting. So they're going to try to make that square fit into a round peg. They're going to try to, they're going to give him every opportunity, because they're saying, look, he got us to this point, so we got to continue to go with it. Not necessarily saying that's right, but that's what's going to happen. It's part of that is that business decision. They going to stick with him because they're not invested so much money, and they don't want to say, Coach Raheem and Fontenot don't want to say at this point we failed.
You're right, but like I say, those guys like Tomlin and I guess Belichick, other people that made out a little bit different things,
Well, man, I mean, Tomlin had the benefit of one being early in the season, and also he's got Justin Fields, who they brought in Russell Wilson to be the starter. He gets hurt, so yeah, you give Fields a shot, but at the time he made the switch, you aren't really going to an unknown switching to Russell Wilson. Russell has been around forever. He's a proven commodity. So that's an easier switch to make there. Going to Michael Penix when you're trying to win the division, you got to be awfully sure of how confident you are in him.
Yeah, but this guy's looked just as bad as the guy last year at times over the last 4 weeks. So,
yeah, I mean,
I understand what you're saying, but
yeah, I think it's a matter of when. It takes a couple of games before you realize he's in a slump. So you almost can't count the first week or two, right? He's had a bad game. You're 6-3, but then you had one bad week, then two. Now you're starting to work. 3. I don't know if you were taking him out before the Minnesota game, with that being his, where he came from. You think he's having the best, because he's homecoming. But last week, you didn't really realize how bad it was until the middle of the game, right? Because at one point it was 21-21, right?
Yeah,
halftime.
Yeah, it was tight.
So he, but then he really collapsed. So I think he's almost putting the asterisk in it now. So I think at some point, you're not going to worry about him and his feelings and this and that. If he's 35 years old, and spent 4 games.
35 or 36? I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, yeah, somewhere up there, north, in that north area. So, I think at some point you probably will if you got, it's what is it, a 4-game losing streak now?
Yes.
Yeah. So, I mean, at some point you realize it's not a turnaround ain't going to happen. And I think if Penix, we still can win in the division. And like Brian and I was saying, we figured out it's only 3 wild card spots. You got those 2 teams in Green Bay's division. You got the loser Philadelphia and Washington. Probably get those 3. So we got to win a division. It still could be won, but you can't lose another game. I think maybe at some point at halftime or something. This game coming up, that 4 weeks is a lot. And then if it's 5. And, this is not some, 28-year-old. This guy's 35, 36 years old, right? But I don't think I would have switched in definitely not the first week. I don't think you guys would have the first week, right? Probably not even week 2, wait, so but at some point, and we all thought he could turn it around, didn't we? I don't think he would have changed it 2-3 weeks ago, though. I don't think anybody would.
My alarm is how bad his arm looks. His arm looks real bad, and he's making crazy decisions.
I thought it was more decisions, though. Has the arm been bad or just bad decisions?
You don't see how long it takes his arm to hit the ball to get to his spot, and how weak the ball looks.
Well, I think even that sideline interception, the ball was on a bad. Well, but it was a late throw, and it was to the end. It should have been further to the outside, right? It wasn't even thrown wide, even if nobody was there. A ball, when you're throwing it that late to the outside, you're in trouble. It was across the field to the right on the right sideline, but he should have thrown it more towards the sideline.
These balls look like they're floating to me.
You think so? But I thought some of some of them, like those ones in the end zone, it wasn't about the arm strength. It was just stupid decisions, though, right?
I don't know. Arm strength looks pretty bad to me. Here's the schedule. What do you guys think? They got the Raiders coming up, Giants. Those 2 should be winnable games. Commanders should be a tough game. To me, they got 3 out of 4 winnable games, and who knows what could happen with the Commanders, depending on how the Falcons look.
Yeah.
So who's the third winnable? So you say who's the third?
Panthers, Giants, Raiders. I think those are winnable.
Well, all of them are winnable, I guess. The Panthers are playing better than the Falcons right now, though, to be honest. Panthers they balling. I mean, they did lose them by losing the great. They've actually been playing better than the Falcons the last 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think about these 4 games then?
I think they could beat the Raiders. The problem with the Raiders is the Raiders don't have a quarterback. As far as I know. So so that's, if you look at it that way, they win it. But the Falcons aren't any good, though. I would say the Falcons they got to play better. And not because they're good, it's just the other teams they playing are easy. That's the only reason.
And the Commanders
right now don't favor us, so the Panthers.
Commanders game is on the road.
Now the Commanders game will be difficult only because you got a mobile quarterback. They've got I don't know if the running back has he returned, but I think Daniels, if they kind of get back on track, that might be a little difficult for the defense. But even though the Panthers have improved, I still think just from a talent perspective, the Falcons should still be able to handle the Panthers and the Raiders.
But we didn't beat the Panthers by that much here, though, did we? I mean, last time, though, did we?
No,
but they beat us at the end last year.
Well, that was last year. But this year, no, wait, who beat us? We 4-1 in the division. I think the Saints the only team that beat us, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think where we always rah-rah about the Falcons, but I brought it up the other week. If you take out the 4-1 against the division, what you got?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they weren't that good to begin with.
Do y'all have a prediction
on these two? And then that drop by Barkley. That drop by Barkley in the Philadelphia game, they wouldn't have won. They 4-1 in the division, so that leaves them what, 2-5 or something against the rest of the league or something. I don't know. I don't do the math. Okay, so maybe we're just not that good. Maybe the division was.
Well, they look pretty bad. The secondary looked real bad. The guy looked like the Three Stooges when he turned that one way that was wrong already, then he turned around and face planted. You know, that was a bad look.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if the Raiders have enough of an offense to confuse the Falcons defense like the Vikings. The Giants, we know they're in a mess too. So I can't imagine. I know they got that one wide receiver, but I don't know if they have enough going on to where they're going to beat the Falcons.
Who is that quarterback now? Do you know?
That Italian guy. Who's that?
Yeah.
Who's that guy?
Yeah. What's his name?
Yeah. You're right. The Falcons defense make them recover against the Raiders and the Giants. Even that receiver for the Giants.
So y'all see 2 wins there, possibly. I mean, on the more so they're gonna win those 2.
I'm thinking 3, only because the Panthers are playing here at home. So you looking at what? 3
and 1.
I'm assuming 3 and 1 out of the 4.
All right. Share what you got.
Winning record? Would that give us a?
I felt the same way, 3 and 1.
We will be 9.
I would love to see the
9 and 8
defense gonna stand up. I mean, they played not last week, but the other week the defense showed up.
Mm-hmm.
They really showed up. They would love to see them show up again come Monday night.
Yeah.
And offense could be in sync.
I know I watched the first drive and the Falcons looked like they were just like rolling.
Yeah.
And then when I looked again, I saw it's like 21 all. So still, they're matching points. I'm thinking, okay, they're keeping pace. And then next I know, I go back to them and they just like completely fall apart.
Fell apart. Just totally fell apart.
Yeah.
Okay, Mike, what you got before we switch over?
Man, it's fine. I was just looking at this schedule, and this is how unpredictable the Falcons are. looking at this schedule, they could lose all 4. And looking at this schedule, they can win all 4. I mean, that's how unpredictable they are.
You're right.
So they can go from one extreme to the other. And don't be surprised if that happens. They could lose all 4 of those games, and all 4 of them, man. But they could possibly win.
You think they could beat the Commandos
if they get on a roll? Because they're gonna be.
If they in sync, it's a possibility. If they, I feel if they all are in sync and everybody's mind is in the right place, because I was beginning to say, dang, what are they thinking about? Is everybody on the same page out there?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Man, Denver won with Peyton Manning with a popcorn arm, but Peyton Manning wasn't making these stupid decisions, that our quarterback is making. So, Mike, you don't know what to choose. You're not gonna choose.
No, because it's gonna be one. I got a feeling it's gonna be one extreme or the other.
Okay,
it's gonna be
Here's the Buccaneers schedule rest of the season.
Wow.
Chargers.
They're at the Chargers now.
Okay.
Yeah.
At the Cowboys.
Panthers and the Saints.
Panthers and Saints are at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Saints.
Actually, I can see the Bucs winning all 4 of those.
You can see them winning all 4?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, the way they've been playing.
What was that? The Chargers?
Yeah.
I think you actually give the Chargers more credit than I do. To me, they feel kind of underperform when you look at some of the talent they have. I think the Bucs are just. I mean, they're just with Mayfield at quarterback. They're just like a really gritty, grinding team.
Yeah.
Well, if they win 3 of them, they got the division, right? Because they would be status quo. If they win 2 of them, they go ahead.
They're down by 1, right? They're down by 1 game. No, we're down by 1.
We're
down by 1.
Yeah.
So if
it
both
goes
teams
3-1,
won 3, they got it straight out.
we need to pick up one game on them, right?
Yeah, we have to.
We got to pick up one game out of the next 4. That means if they go 3-1, if they go 2-2,
we
have
go
to
3-1.
go 3-1.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All they need to really do is win 2 games, I think. So, we'll have to go 3-1. I don't see us winning 3 games, but unless we have to do something, luckily we got 2 of the worst teams in the league, the Giants and the Raiders. But yeah, we're gonna have to step it up. It's doable. It's definitely doable, but it's not like, it's not like the schedule's that demanding, but can we turn it around?
And we don't control our own destiny now. So we got to depend on Tampa Bay to lose at least one in some games. So, yeah.
What the best thing the Falcons have going for them, I mean, is that they don't really face any team that has any outstanding passing game. So our defense should look better naturally, simply because we're not. I mean, playing the Giants and the Raiders, 2 of the worst offenses in the league, right? Now we might come out of it feeling good. Okay. Oh yeah, they're improving, but come on. Hopefully we won't have the Raiders lighting us up offensively. With the Raiders on their 3rd or 4th string quarterback now.
Yeah.
So we'll look better on defense.
If this guy goes down, Ritter's gonna be.
Well, Ritter gonna be playing the Riddler.
Yeah. They had Ritter in there last week.
Yeah.
But don't take those Panthers don't take those Panthers for granted now. They've been
man, they playing better.
Yeah, Bryce Young is playing like an NFL quarterback now.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm glad to see he's got a second shot. But yeah, they're definitely playing better. We can't take that for granted.
By no means.
Hey, it's hard to figure out who I'm pulling for with this Steelers and the Eagles game coming up. That's a big one.
Wow.
Where is it at?
I think it's in Philly, I believe. Man, Pittsburgh has a monster schedule coming up. They got 11 game stretch where they're gonna play the Eagles, the Chiefs, and the Ravens, I think, in 11 games. Then they play. Yep.
They gonna be battle tested, bro. I'm telling you, man. It's a whole different mindset. Pittsburgh Steelers. I mean, Bro Mays asked what would Mike Tomlin do earlier. Well, first of all, he want to spend $150, $180 million on a quarterback, and then when it got look, he went bargain basement, got him 2 quarterbacks, got Justin and got Russell, bargain basement.
Yeah, I mean, I like the moves when they got Cousins because of where they were. I mean, I think some picks are bad picks to begin with. But we were, considering where we were, Cousins is supposed to be an upgrade, and that's the way we thought. I don't think it was a bad move because this, I don't know, I don't know. Now, I forget what was the story. Did they ever try to get Russell Wilson, or was that afterwards? Or did Russell Wilson go to Pittsburgh before we had a chance at Cousins, or what?
No, I don't think they went after him.
Yeah, I might have tried that route, but
I didn't hear any reports that they went after him or Fields.
Yeah, we didn't. They didn't even try.
I don't think where they were. What Fields would have been I know we like him because he was here, but he was, he's basically. I don't know. I think he did want more of a pure passer. But you're right, yeah. But I guess for the price that they could have brought him in and gave him a try. But
let me ask you this. All right, let me ask you this, all right, guys. If you had a choice between Russell Wilson and Kirk Cousins, I mean, for what you were trying to do at that time, I mean, to me, I don't know. Russell Wilson would have been the better choice, but I don't know.
I've never thought myself, because one thing about me, I'm always independent, think I don't listen to what other people, I just made my own judgment. I look at the touchdown passes he threw in Denver, and I looked at the interceptions. Okay. And I looked at their team was playing around 500 ball or, when he got cut. I think the coach decided what was the best or who he wanted for the long run. I didn't ever buy into it that he played that bad for Denver last year. Because he left them in, they could have been over 500. Okay.
Exactly.
So I've never bought into that. I don't know how anybody else buy into it when they see the guys throwing 27 touchdown passes and 5 or 6 interceptions. Okay.
Yeah.
3-1. So I've never bought into that. And I thought the first year was a joke. You had a new offensive coordinator, new coach, and all that stuff, So, I mean, so I would have, but then again, I don't think Kirk Cousins was a bad move. The results didn't, it didn't work out.
I think
my thing with Kirk, and
I think Cousins had some familiarity with the current OC, and I think that was the whole reason. Everything they could run, he could come in and run a system that he was somewhat familiar with, and could pick up and just take off. I think that was, if I remember, I thought that was the reason behind it.
Okay.
How they said, it's afterthoughts, but I think at one time we all thought it was a good move early this year, right?
Well, I always said he was older, he was coming off an injury, and everybody's not Tom Brady. See, everybody like, well, Tom Brady, he played. Man, look, everybody ain't gonna play to be that old. I mean, most players at that position, they're gonna start falling off the wagon around 36, 35, 37. And I'm hoping that's not what's happening, but we'll see.
Yeah. Well, I'll say this here. I didn't think it was a bad move. I do think a 4-year contract on what was he, 35 at the time? That is kind of risky. The length of the contract was kind of bothersome.
Well, a lot of people said they structured it in a way that they were planning to get out of it after 2 years, 3 at the most. But I don't know. Yeah, early in the year we thought it was a good idea, but his physicality looks like it has decreased to me. Not just his decision making. His arm looks like it has fallen off to me.
Yeah, I was still kind of worried if he was feeling kind of timid because of his previous accident with his, with his Achilles and all. But I'm like, okay, are we over this? Are we ready to go? What is it that he needs to really get him to turn it up?
Well, I'm not disagreeing with Al thing. I hadn't looked at it that way as much the arm, and it could be a little bit of the arm. But sometimes you like that pass in the end zone and stuff. Remember about 2 weeks ago, the one he threw in the back of the end zone?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it was what, that was just a horrible, horrible decision.
That looked like a Riddler decision.
Yeah.
And the one for the pick six, the ball was just too.
Yeah.
Oh, that ball took forever to get there, man.
But he threw it. No, but by the time he threw it, the guy was already set, making his position to go.
Look how long it took for him to leave his arm to get to the spot it got to.
I'm saying I'm not disagreeing. His arm may be weak, but it was a bad. The ball. It was.
Yeah, it was a bad decision. On the down and out,
you can't throw it down and out late.
It was a bad decision also.
You can't throw it down and out late.
By no means.
And that's what he did.
All right. Well, we'll see how they do this week, man. It'll be interesting. The Raiders is supposed to be a winnable game, so we shall see.
Yeah.
So we got who's saying 3 wins? Who's saying 4 wins?
I can't count on them either, man. I mean,
I'm hoping they can get 3. I'm hoping.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
I hope I'm wrong.
My heart said 3, but my mind say maybe 2.
Yeah.
My mind say.
So in other words, we lucky if we get 1.
Well, we definitely all agree though. The Raiders is a must win, eh?
That is true.
True.
It's definitely a must win.
Yeah.
You go out there.
It's
out in Vegas.
It's in Vegas, yeah.
Okay.
Hey, if you go out there and you little egg in Vegas, man.
Oh man, it's gonna be abandoned ship then.
It's gonna be abandoned ship then, brother. Buy sale.
I don't think the coaching staff has a real Okay, the defense did. I must say they're doing something differently with the pass rush, so that has been inspiring, and they kind of fixed it. Now, as far as the offensive scheme and plan, I don't think it's grown at all. That's kind of disturbing. I know we had a new offensive coordinator, but from week 1 to week 12, I don't think it's gotten any better. I think it's kind of been, it was in the middle, but I don't see what he, you know what I mean? You want it to be steady and stuff. So what's going on with besides Cousins faulting a little bit, there's other problems on that offense.
Hey man, last week we talked a lot about Kyle Pitts. What are y'all thoughts on Kyle Pitts in this game?
I don't think, I mean, it's obvious to me it's not working out.
Right.
I don't think I see they went to him late. They didn't go to him much until the middle of the third or fourth quarter.
Right.
Now, at the wide,
what they did threw one, maybe two to him.
At the end, they threw about 3-4, but they, one of them, it looks like him and Cousins weren't on the same page when they threw one of them kind of deep. They don't have any chemistry together. That's obvious, So, I mean, as much as I'm a fan of Kyle Pitts' talent, the experiment so far has been, it's been a failure. He made Pro Bowl the first year and, just ain't there. I think the Falcons need to have, whether it be Pitts or Landon or somebody, he needs to just develop some chemistry with some people. That's how some of those guys are so good. Kelsey's Mahomes, but Cousins is always trying to, like it's the Boy Scouts or something. Everybody got to get the equal shot at the ball and all that stuff. A lot of guys have chemistry with certain receivers. We don't really have that. You'll see a guy, get 5, 6, 7 catches one week, and the next week, they won't even throw the ball this way until the second, half week. Notorious for that. But the Pitts thing, he ain't the answer, but he ain't the, necessarily. They got a lot of problems besides him.
But the Falcons offense, the only person that it seems to me that they are determined to get the ball to is Bijan Robinson. They don't come out there and say, hey, we're going to get the ball to Pitts. We're going to scheme him the first 3 or 4 times. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They got to
do that.
Get the confidence going, but it doesn't seem to be a priority to them.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, if you develop that, he would be one of your best mismatches. But I just don't see the plays, and then they don't really throw the ball in the areas.
Hey, the week ago, I don't think this guy, I think it was the week before, he played 33 out of 81 snaps on offense.
Yeah.
On Pitts?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That's, they don't have any kind of, you just see stuff, and then, and then them and Landon to be killing it, then they'll go away from him for 2 or 3 quarters. They kind of all over the place, their offense. I still don't know what their identity is, or if they're trying to get one.
And I don't think they know.
At this point, you're right.
Yeah.
I mean, they get sacks, and then the secondary fall apart.
Yeah.
The secondary now, we got it pretty easy again. That 6-3 thing. I mean, even the second time we played Tampa, remember both their wide receivers were out, right? Yeah. One of the games with the Panthers, and then we played New Orleans. And we played Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is a defensive team, and Justin Fields wasn't putting, Pittsburgh was winning team, holding people to 9, 10 points a game. So we haven't done well, did we do well against like the Rams and teams like that offensive wise? I think as we played better teams with better receivers or mobile quarterbacks, it shows where we are. But yeah, luckily we haven't played that many great teams with a lot of good wide receivers. But we just outscored Tampa Bay both games, didn't we? That's when Cousins had his best game.
His 500-yard game.
Yeah, we just outscored him. So I remember. I don't know if y'all remember that dude Evans was killing us that first game. You remember? He was having a field day. Then the next game, I think both of those guys were out. And Tampa Bay wasn't going to put no pressure on you offensive wise, right? Not Tampa Bay, Panthers. Pittsburgh was still finding themselves, so yeah, man, we it may be worse than we I don't know. We'll
see.
we don't know what we're gonna get. The one thing for sure is that we're not for sure. they don't give us confidence going in. So, but we're gonna ride this ship out next Monday. We're gonna see what's up.
And we gotta win Sunday. They just call
We
it.
gotta
Hey, if they
win.
down Sunday, just turn off the TV and come back next year. Or go and pick up another team.
Hey,
while we still on football, who do the Dogs play in the championship series? Is it determined?
They won't know yet.
You don't know yet
until
after they go through this series.
They got to buy the first
Right.
Yeah, they got to buy. They can heal up
and
a little bit.
They need it because their quarterback's hurt too.
Carson. What's his second opinion on Carson Beck? Anybody know? I know he's going to get a second opinion.
I hadn't heard anything.
Okay.
I do know it's going to be at least 20. I don't know if you guys realize that tournament doesn't start until the 21st, I think.
Next Friday?
Yeah, Friday of next week. Yeah, okay. And then, so the Bulldogs have that week off. So it'll be close to New Year's before Beck has to play. So I don't know if they knew. I don't know. Do they know for sure he's not going to play and they're holding it back, or they still, it's still plenty of time though. That's almost 2 weeks. So
I tell you one thing. Yeah, that's a good question. A lot of times they know and they're not letting us know. They don't. They're not gonna let you know how bad it is or how good. They do that so teams that have to prepare for both quarterbacks. They know what they're doing.
So I think they have all the first round matches, right? Right. I would assume, they got to have that right now because you got to know how you're going to practice. So but I don't know. I know Penn State's playing SMU. That should be a real good one,
SMU,
right?
man.
Notre Dame's playing Indiana. That's those are two of them. Notre Dame, Indiana, Penn State, SMU. You know any others? Anybody?
I can't think of them off the top of my head, but there's some good matches. They got some good matchups.
Yeah. Penn State and SMU should be interesting. Notre Dame and Indiana, I don't have a clue whether either one of those teams good or and I'm trying to think who else is playing.
Oh, the Tennessee and Ohio State.
Oh yeah, I think that's gonna be a good.
That could be that should be good, man. Tennessee's one of those teams they got a lot of potential.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So that's 6 teams right there, right? 4. So that's 6 teams, and then 4 got to buy. That's 10. We're missing
Indiana, Notre Dame,
Clemson. Missing one game.
Oh, Clemson playing Texas.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be nice.
Texas, but they get together. They mess around and Clemson. Stick them up. Okay, so that's a pretty good run. That's pretty good. That's almost like NFL type. That's good. Those are some good matches in the first round, aren't they?
Oh yeah, Diablo said they're ready.
Yeah, that's some good stuff. I mean, yeah, that SMU Penn State game.
Yeah, I like that SMU, man. They got a boy back there, quarterback from a place called what's that? Oak. What's the name of that place in Dallas? Right from the hood, and he balling out, boy.
Oh yeah, I heard about
Oak Cliff. That's right, Oak Cliff.
Yeah.
Well, he balling out.
So they said he's one that they were round 1 and 1. They hadn't lost the game since he got in the starting lineup, right? They got from SMU, man. The quarterback. Yeah.
Yeah, man. He's a baller, man. Hey, I'm proud of him, man. Coming from, from the hood. I mean, he doing his thing. SMU, baby. I'm pulling for him. They almost came back and beat Clemson. They came back, but Clemson marched down the field and got a field goal. Yeah.
Now, people are saying that Oregon has a tougher route than Georgia.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it now. And I'm sitting there looking at it, and I don't know. Yes, but they yeah.
It's gonna be interesting.
Hey, who is this team right here? Number 6, right here.
Number 6.
It's Penn State.
Penn State.
Okay.
What the hell? What's their mascot?
What is that? Yeah, because Penn State always just got that white helmet. Look like it used to come from Otasco.
Nittany Lion. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Y'all remember Otasco, the store back then in the day?
What's still there?
The store was called Otasco. They had some suits there, some football suits. I mean, football uniforms, and they were all white like Penn State with a stripe.
Hey, what's the team with the Penn State's playing? Is that the one that running back has? What team is that had the running back?
This is SMU. Is that the SMU logo?
Is that Boise State?
I think that's is that SMU?
Well, who's
that's
the
team?
Mustang, the Mustang, isn't it?
Yeah,
SMU.
SMU Mustang. Yeah,
right.
No, I thought that's right. SMU playing Penn State.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, where's that running back at? That the guy they say he could break
Boise State,
record, man.
Is that Boise State?
Yeah.
Boise State.
Yeah.
That's the number 3. Is that the number 3 there?
That could be them.
That's probably them right there. Yeah.
Yes.
Now, I don't know if he's had more games or not, but he's Barry Sanders' record was like off the charts, out of reach to anybody, right? But I think he's only 200 yards away from or 190 yards. So it was something, I don't know. They knew that when Barry Sanders has 2,600 or some yards, some crazy, remember way back. This guy here, he actually can break this game, I think. It's going to take about 200 yards, but he's averaging about 200. Can you imagine that, man? 2,600 yards in 1 year in college? That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, he balling now. Yeah, that is crazy.
But yeah, so y'all see we lost our pitcher, right? Baseball, right? Freed.
Oh, Matt Freed went and got paid. What?
What did he get paid? And who got? I didn't hear. Who got him and how much he got paid?
The Yankees or the Mets? The Yankees, right?
Yes.
What was his salary?
Was it 218 million or something like that? Or something like that.
218, 220. They were saying the Braves, they were like, probably would have gave him like 170. Man, he went out here and got paid. I said, bro, get that money. He went out and got it too.
The Braves haven't under this regime haven't traditionally paid top dollar for pitching,
Yeah, I'm kind of glad they didn't offer him no 8 years. I wish they'd paid, but all this stuff, these guys, he's had an injury or two. But yeah, 8 years.
That's a long time for a pitcher.
Yeah.
Think about that arm.
It is, yeah. Especially with his history.
Yeah, so Yankees fans snoring. They don't care, man. They got so much money.
Yeah, they got so much money. Yeah. Making it rain up in New York. Yeah. Hey, what y'all think about them Hawks last night, man?
Yeah, we gotta bring them Hawks up. Come on now, let's give them their props.
They look good for a change. They got, and we can, like Art said on the chat, you can say defense in the same sentence with the Hawks now.
Yeah,
man.
That's the first time we've been able to say that for a long time, bro.
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, from the start to the finish, it was a good game.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I haven't really seen them play, but I'll say this. I've been hearing that the defense travels well. Let's say if they were 7-1, but Trae had to be jacking up, throwing 34 points. There's nothing wrong with that, but that's not sustainable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, you remember that that playoff where Houston started trapping Trae, and there was nobody else to handle the ball, and there was nobody else that they had really, really confidence in. That was that one that Andre Hunter played one good game. We thought he was going to be good, and then he fell off again. But he's looking great now. I have never seen him look.
He's coming off the bench, though, right?
Yeah. So he's not playing against them mostly, but he's playing a lot of minutes. So he's playing against first and second stringers. But go ahead.
Hawks did very well for them and they were hanging in there the whole game. I mean, that whole first half, I don't think they had not one 3-pointer.
One what, sir?
They didn't have not one 3-pointer the whole first half.
Oh, okay.
I don't think they hit not one 3. and everything was up under the board. And the defense, I said, man, look at him. They playing awesome tonight. They hang in there. They not hit a three.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, for what I've seen, I don't think they hit a three not one time during the first half.
That Dyson Daniels is a terror on defense.
Yeah, if you can win without that, because they're going to hit some threes at some point, But
of course, that second half they started dropping them, but Daniels was tearing them up, boy.
Yeah,
I'm still, this the Hawks. I'm still, I ain't confident yet, but I feel good. But
you sound like you sound like by the Falcons, and you ain't confident yet.
Yeah, I feel like I don't feel like the Falcons are a good team right now, to be honest.
Yeah.
At least the Braves, the Hawks, I have some hope. I think the Falcons.
Hawks looking. They looking from the few times I've watched. They've been looking real decent.
Hey, and Ricochet, the rookie plays defense. See, they've got some defensive players now. And you already had Andre Hunter, who was a decent, maybe above average defensive player. Now you got Daniels, who might be the defensive player of the year. And it's gotten contagious, man. You can't be out there loafing and you got the defensive player of the year out here and a rookie who's playing defense,
Right.
That's true.
Yeah, man.
I hope we all get to. I know we're aggressive, but we need to try to get to a game, man. Maybe
that would be nice. Yeah,
let's do it, bro.
We ain't going down there no 20-degree weather, but
yeah,
when it gets maybe late January or February, if the weather gets better, we can hook something up, man, and get down there and go have some drinks at McCormick or something before the game, and
Well, let's just do it. Let's set up time. Let's definitely do that. Because I'm telling you, it's that'll be a good time. Look, because I'm telling you, I like how they playing. Are they playing tonight or tomorrow in that little tournament?
Oh, let me
play
Saturday.
Okay.
So is it 4 teams in the tournament, or
yes, it's just 4 now.
And it's just one game each. Is that the way it works?
Yeah, it's a knockout. Yep.
One game is just a 1-game series each, right? What am I saying? I don't know what I'm saying.
Yeah, you got Oklahoma City playing Houston at 8:30. Well, we play the first game with Milwaukee.
Right.
And then Oklahoma plays Houston.
Okay.
Right. And what you're saying is it's single elimination,
Single elimination. Okay. Brother Mal, good seeing you, my brother.
Hey, man, it's good to see you all, too.
What's up, Julian?
I just jump on and just listen, I always like to listen to the fellas.
Okay, hey, bro, me and you were talking about Trae, too. We haven't brought that up. You want to bring that up with the rumor mill? Might be. You want to?
Well, you
throw it on out there?
Yeah, you can put it out there. It's just something that, that you see on I think I was just on YouTube, and how everybody got a little blog, and they were mentioning about how the Hawks are thinking about shopping Trae and stuff, but not to give him away, but a team they say the team that is really interested in getting Trae, the Lakers. And so
they keep throwing that out there, man, but I can't see it. I don't know. Trae he's definitely a top 10 offensive player in the year. He can be. He started slow this year as far as his shooting percentage. It's worse. He usually starts slow, but this year is pretty bad. But he has stepped his assists, man. He's a maestro. He's probably the best assist man in the league. He's been in the top 3 ever since his first year.
Yeah, he lead the league so far.
Yes. He's averaging about 12 assists, 11, 12 assists a game, man. He's getting everybody involved. Who can make Capella look like Capella looks? That guy, everybody he's had with him. He made John Collins look like almost an all-star for a while.
That's a name you don't hear too much about anymore.
Yeah. I guess he's still in Denver.
In the Denver or Utah?
Utah. I'm sorry.
Utah.
Yeah, Utah.
He goes to Utah. It's like, man,
there was rumors last year that they wanted to get rid of him. I don't know. But everybody on who can do a pick and roll like him, who can throw these lobs like him. I mean,
those floaters, man. That
yes,
floaters, floaters. You be killing me with the floaters.
Yeah,
and now that you have got people beside him who can play defense, I mean, Luka Doncic is a terrible defensive player. All right? You don't see the Mavericks talking about getting rid of him. I don't know.
Yeah.
You get a player who's in that stratosphere, and then you won't give him away. It's stupid. When's the next time we're gonna get one of those? We hadn't had one since Dominique on the basketball side.
Another good thing too. Trae is already locked up for a while too, contract wise.
Right.
Good thing. So, but anyway, yeah, they were saying that the Lakers and they said the Warriors also would like to, and they were saying the Lakers would have to give up. I haven't seen the Lakers play really this year, but they say they have this white guy who's a shooter. He's like this is either his first or second year, but he's lighting it up for the Lakers and stuff like that, and he's like 6'8", 6'9", and
okay.
And the Lakers will have to give him up and some other people. But anyway, I was just thinking what Mays was just saying. They still, that rumor still circulating around that they're just trying to get. They looking. They're listening to offers. I'm not saying they said they trading.
They probably would put it on. They probably cooling it down now that the Hawks. I mean, they're probably going to see. Hey, you hate to see if we actually turn it around, and then they're going to make a change. Then after all this, so they should put that on hold for see. Because defense travels well. If you're playing good defense, take that anywhere. Well, you don't have to be hitting 40% of your 3-point shots.
Right.
So I hope they don't.
Do y'all remember the time we pulled up a stat that showed that the top teams in the NBA were in the top portion of the defense? Yeah. And we the Hawks at the time were in the bottom, and we were making the comment how they're never going to get to the top with just a pure offensive team. That's why D'Antoni has never won anything. He always has great offensive teams, but they can't play no defense.
Right.
But
the funny thing about, I guess the thing about the Hawks too is, for them to be a defensive team, they also like in the top, I think they say like the top 5 when it comes to pace.
Yes.
So they pushing that ball.
Them young legs, man.
Makes a difference.
Yeah, they pushing it.
They got some athletes now,
Yeah. And with that defense, and soon as they, you miss a shot or they get a turnover, it's like 2 passes, and all of a sudden now the Hawks got a bucket.
Right.
That's what they're doing it, yeah.
And have you seen Jalen Johnson push that ball? He pushed the ball like a guard, man.
Yeah.
Johnson got pretty good defense too. They was killing them last night.
Yeah.
They held Brunson. What's that boy's name?
Dyson held Brunson.
Daniel. Was it Dyson or Daniel?
Yeah. Dyson Daniels. That's the guy.
Yeah. He was on that boy like glue last night.
That's the way he plays, man. Yep. He be putting terror in these guys, man.
Yep. I didn't realize they were that good in defense until I watched the game last night.
Did you see the rookie block a shot? The rookie ain't but the rookie is 6'9" plus.
Wow.
And he's playing defense, man.
Yeah.
Well, if they play defense like that, the rest of the year, they're gonna be making some noise. They beat Boston, they beat Cleveland,
they beat Cleveland twice.
LA.
Beat Cleveland twice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Milwaukee, they beat Milwaukee once. Yeah, we got to do it again. Right. Yeah. We beat some good teams. And we beat the champs.
Yeah,
the champ is down. The champ is down.
Hey, man, did y'all know that Dyson Daniels, he's an Australian?
Yes.
Yeah.
Was picked. It was the 8th pick in the draft.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like defense is contagious. So let's just keep it flowing.
Yep.
Keep it spreading, you know. So, and I guess that's what, once they see the benefits of it, hopefully, the team will buy it. Because look, if you start playing defense, that becomes your trademark, man. You're gonna win some games.
For sure.
So yeah. Yes, sir.
They beat some quality teams, so that give you hope, man. I mean, before the Hawks would beat a good team and then lose to a bad team, and but at least they got a streak going and they beaten a stretch of good teams.
Yeah.
So
and their players are back healthy. I mean, it's
correct.
They started off the season, with a lot of players hurt. So that's one good thing. Now it seems like and they were saying that the whole roster is healthy right now. We're knock on wood. I mean, they hopefully stay that way. But yeah, so that helps too when your roster is healthy. But like I say, the only problem I see, man, we still small on that front court.
Center position. They talk about how long we are at the wing position, because Daniels is the shooting guard. He's 6'7", a little over 6'7". The small forward, which is Ricochet, he's over 6'9". He's almost 6'10". So that's good size on those positions. Johnson as a power forward is 6'8". That's about average, I guess. Clint getting up there. I would love to get another center, you know what I mean, and make Clint the backup. Okongwu, I don't know. He's still 6'8". Is kind of small for a center for that to be your starting center.
Yeah.
So, but I'm happy the way these guys are playing, man. They're young, they running, like y'all say, they got that pace, they playing defense.
Yeah.
They fun to watch,
Let's keep it going. Yeah. That's all I say. Let's keep this thing going. Cause
so did y'all decide that whether they're gonna start Penix next week or not?
They're not gonna start Penix, man. We wish they would. Well, I do, but they're not gonna start it.
Look, they gotta stick with who they got. So I mean, we gonna see. We all agree that this week is a must win. So look, we gonna see how that roll, and hopefully we can get on a winning streak, and I hope that Hawks can keep us excited until the Falcons get on track. But I'm definitely all right. We definitely need to set that up going down to that State Farm Arena. Yeah, we need. Let me know when y'all want to do that.
Yeah, we need to plan that. Hey, Matt, I got a question, man. What you guys? What kind of material you all be wearing in those games? Those cold games.
Cold weather games.
Yeah, what's the material, man? Because I know
y'all. Oh man, I mean I have to look, to see what the actual official name of it. But they have, we get our gear. They send us all the winter gear. They send us all that stuff. I have to just look inside and tell you actual, what's the material. But
okay,
yeah.
Y'all don't have no electronics in there?
Well, I mean, guys can, guys may want to, some guys may want to buy them a little heated vest and stuff like that. But to me, man, once I put on that, we have like a scuba suit, full body suit.
Okay, that well, okay.
Once you put that on, and some of the jerseys that we have, they, and you can say that, they fit big on us, but heck, man, they thick fleece lined.
Okay, okay.
So,
y'all be feeling no pain out there. It's like,
hey, cold is still cold,
Yeah,
but
it's bearable
around. And also too, like I tell some, people, there's some, and I didn't know this until I started officiating in these cold weather cities. In the locker room, they will have what they call warm skin. And it looks like, it just kind of look like it comes in a little jar, and you just kind of wipe it on. It's almost you wipe it on almost like suntan lotion. But you put it on, you can put it on your, we put it on our hands, you put it on your ears, put it around here and stuff and everything like that. And it's amazing how, you'd be out.
I've heard people say Vaseline. So is it kind of, because I've heard people say Vaseline keeps the heat in. So this warm skin is probably along that line, I guess.
Yeah, but just a little lighter than Vaseline can be thick, and stuff like you putting it on.
Okay. I wonder if you can buy it at the regular store or something.
Oh yeah, you probably can. Just look up warm skin.
How about me some warm skin?
Yeah, and it comes in either.
Hey, bro, we know your warm skin's a little minutes.
Hey, well, I bought me 2 years ago. I bought me one of them heated suits for when I'm riding my bike.
Okay.
Hey, that's all I want now is a heated
Say it
suit.
works.
What heat? Some batteries? Does batteries heat it?
No, you look it up. You plug it in like you plug up lights to a bike.
Okay.
Plug it in on the system.
Okay.
Oh wow. Okay.
And then you
so
got
the system, the battery of the bike is
control on the sleeves and control on the pants. So
okay, cool.
Another thing I've learned too is that you don't want to dress too warm.
Right.
You want to just dress enough to where you're not cold. You don't want to be too warm because you're out there, you're still running.
Right.
You're still sweating a little bit. And you don't want to, when you go in halftime, and then all of a sudden you come back out, start the third quarter. You don't want to be too wet.
Right. Right.
Yeah. So yeah.
They're like, he done fell out there. Hey, is it that old?
You got too much of that warm skin.
Yeah.
Oh man, hey y'all, it's after 10 o'clock, man.
Yes, sir.
So
thank all y'all.
We'll see what these Hawks gonna do this Saturday.
Yeah. Hey, man.
Grady look like he out on the beach over there.
Look at Grady, you on the beach, man.
Got one of them little hats on. Where you get that funky hat, man?
I wish I was, man. I wish I was on the beach. I ain't gonna lie.
That thing right, bro. You playing it right. I like that.
Man, Douglasville got some hawk out here in the country.
Grady look like Grady look like he needs some bongos, though.
Yeah, I'm hey, man, be on one of them cruises around this time of the year on one of them islands. Yeah.
Hey, y'all, anybody got anything to say before we turn it over to Howard to give us our last word for the night?
Let's say pray for the Hawks, hope for the whistle for them, pray for them, whatever, because they have to win. Not the Hawks, the Falcons. Yeah, they must win.
But both teams,
both teams got to win.
Yeah, it's one game elimination for the Hawks too.
Well, let's hope the Hawks win, so it don't be like a total. The Falcons, it'll be a total collapse, man. That's be 5 in a row on it. Oh my goodness!
He keeps standing in one place. Keep standing in one place. Easy to find him.
What you say, Ernest?
So he keeps standing in one place and won't move. It makes no sense to me whatsoever.
Hey.
Yeah, we talked about that. But all right.
Brother Howard, take us home, man.
I don't have much to say tonight, man. Just want to say, guys, keep grinding. Look at here, man. We are here next to the Christmas holidays. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Be safe. Realize that you're blessed. And in a season where everybody is giving gifts and receiving gifts, realize that every day you got the gift of life, but you got to unwrap it, because a gift is not a gift until it's unwrapped and used. That's my final thought.
All right.
Sir. Y'all have a good week, man. We'll see what these guys do